What is going on, everybody? I'm back with a brand new video, and today I'm going to be showing you my disc golf collection. Now, before we get into this good stuff on the wall here, I'd like to bring you over here to show you some of my throwers. So a lot of these discs are going to be discs that I've done videos about, that I've loved and got duplicates, or that I've just tried and they sit on a shelf now. The first brand that we are gonna go over is all of my Disccraft. And when I was sorting all my discs out, I realized that I have a ton of Disccraft. So getting right into this, we have nukes, 6 nukes here. ESP is the majority of them. This very cool Page Pierce 5-time is absolutely beautiful when I bought it. Also another Yuli Shield all black. All black discs are hard to find, so don't let them fool you. They are cool, but they're very hard to find. One of my favorite drivers that I had to get duplicates of were the Scorches. If you watched my last video, I think this is one of the easiest distance discs out there. The Scorch, nice and understable. I got a couple of the first runs, ESP, and then a couple of different plastics, UV, and then the ESP Flex, which, to be honest with you, I didn't actually love the Flex that much. A little bit too gummy and a little bit too flexible when it comes out of the hand. Next up, I bag the Hades. So I had to get multiple runs of the Hades. The Big Z, by far the most stable. So if you're looking for a stable Hades, if you really like the Hades feel but don't want it to be so flippy, try the Big Z, because these things, they fly kind of like a Zeus, maybe a little bit more turn, depending on your arm speed. A few randoms are the Avenger SS. I got this really cool 5-time, basically only bought it because it had a 5-time claw on it. And to be honest with you, the Avenger SS is not one for me, so I didn't really like it all that much. We have multiple Raptors, just did a video on these, go check that video out. ESP, Big Z, couple Captain's Raptors and Yuli Raptors, 6-time Undertaker. Undertaker, I feel like, is one I still gotta give a try. I don't think I've given it enough of a chance, and a lot of people, especially Disccraft throwers, are loving the Undertaker. And I don't really throw it that much. We got a couple of Passions, ESP Prototype, and then I think this is Z Swirl. The Passion, definitely one that I did not like. Let me know what you guys think of the Passion. I think it feels weird in the hand. I don't know. I never really got a good feel for it. Then a couple other randoms, Test Flight and First Run Cicadas, along with the Mantis and the 6-time Heat. Again, had to buy it because it has the 6-time claws on it. If you can't tell by now, especially if you saw my wall, I'm a huge Paul McBeth fan, so loyal to the claws. These are gonna be some of my favorite mid-ranges, which is the Disccraft Buzz. We got a kind of a random one here, the Buzz GT with the thumb track. Never really got into this, but all these are gonna be Buzzes. One of my cooler ones, 5-time Macbeth Buzz here. I just love the swirls on this thing. Halloween, and then I went through a phase that I actually liked the Jawbreaker Buzz. This is one of the straightest buzzes out of the box that you'll receive, but then they get ultra warped and they fly so understable. So you definitely need backups if you're gonna bag this, especially if you're looking for that straight shot for a long time. You're gonna have to replace these a lot. A Buzz OS, I actually think this is my friend's. Shout out Kevin. Probably should give that back to you. We got the Wasp. This is one I tried for a little while. I think this is crazy tough plastic, if I'm not mistaken. And the Wasp actually is not a bad feeling disc. It's got a bead on it and flies maybe a little more stable than the Buzz. For whatever reason, I always thought I had more Innova, but it turns out I really don't. And I got a comment the other day that was saying, your channel looks to be mostly Disccraft with other brands sprinkled in. And I was like, no, I bag Innova. And then going through my collection, I'm like, wow, it really is mainly Disccraft. So that was kind of eye-opening for me. But a few of the drivers that I can't live without, first being the Wraith. I have a few Halos, which is my favorite because I love forehanding them. Then I have a couple of randoms. We got Star and Champion. I went through a quick phase with the Shrike. This Halo Shrike was an absolute forehand bomber for me. I have a video talking about it. For whatever reason, I kind of took it out of the bag. Maybe I should give that another go. Can't remember why it was out of the bag, but that tends to happen just because I'm making so much disc golf content for certain discs that they just get cycled out, and sometimes I don't even realize what I'm doing. Next will have to be the Halo Turn. These were another bomber for me. I got a couple new ones. This is the one I threw a lot, this yellow one, and then I got Champion as well. And then from there on out, I feel like it's kind of random on what I have. I have 2 Halo Mambas. I got a few Firebirds. I actually bought these Halo Leopard 3s, factory second. I absolutely love the Halo Leopard 3, but it has to be the 2021 USDGC run. I think it's 2021. That Halo run is money, super straight. These were way more stable than that run, so I'm always kind of keeping an eye out for that specific run. Pretty much finishes up my Innova stuff. We got the Hawkeye, which I liked for a really long time. The Savant, Halo Savant, or Savant, I'm not even sure how you pronounce it. This disc I thought I liked, and turns out I threw it bad every time it came out of the bag. So it eventually made its way out. Kind of weird, the Alien, and then a couple of Halo AVRs. I actually have a few more random Innova. I think I have the Sonic, I have the Polecat, but nothing all that exciting. My MVP and Axiom rotation here. And once again, it's a bunch of random stuff because it's not a brand that I always threw, so I was just trying multiple discs out, especially for the channel. We got the Rhythm, the Inertia, one that I tried out for a while, the Resistor. This thing is so overstable. And of course, we had to have a Hex. We have a Lizado Hex somewhere around here, but I don't even know where it's at, which gets us into a few putters. Obviously, the Envy is one of my favorite putters that Axiom/MVP makes. This thing is a beefcake. If you're looking for a really overstable Envy, the Eclipse Glow plastic is insane. But of course, we have another James Conrad Envy, which is the one I bag, which leads us into a few proxies. The Glitch, this one's pretty sweet because I got it dyed. And then we have a couple of the Pixels. Really great putter. If you haven't seen my video putting with these things, go check it out. I actually played very well and putted well with these. They feel amazing. Simon Line, MVP, did a great job on these. Oh, and I actually almost forgot the time lapse. Of course I have a time lapse. Super beefy, super overstable, at least for my arm. Now when it comes to Discmania, the stack becomes significantly smaller. I don't throw a lot of Discmania. Obviously, these are all discs that I've probably been sent just for YouTube videos. Shout out discgolfdealsusa.com. Check them out, 10% off with code MAXS10. But we have a whole lot of Tour Series discs. The Cloudbreaker, RIP. The Nordic Phenom 2. Actually, this Enigma. These things actually bomb too. You can get nice flights out of the Enigma. I've tried it a little bit. I'm not completely used to it, but I know I've had some decent shots with this disc. The Skywalker. We also have a couple Vanguards, Horizon Plastic, and then I believe this is the first Creator Series Vanguard to come out. The Zen 2 Essence, another fairway driver that I feel like goes a far way. Just did a little video about this and all of my distances. You should go check that out. Of course, we own a Tilt. Why wouldn't we own a Tilt? This thing got thrown for a couple videos, but overall, I don't want to keep throwing my shoulder out, so it sits at home most of the time. Got the MD1 Horizon, MD3, which is the new like S-line plastic, and also in the new S-line is the P2. Just a little bit too deep of a putter for me. I didn't really enjoy it all that much. But yeah, very quick stack there. That is all my Discmania. A smaller brand, maybe you haven't really heard much about, or maybe you have, is AGL. Of course, we have the Baobab. I believe that's how you say it. Super overstable approach disc. It's basically a tilt, just a very slow tilt. This thing's so overstable. They're doing some quality stuff over there, recycled plastic. Go check them out. Just a smaller brand that I used to work with, so want to give them a quick shout out. Which leads me to the good stuff. This is the wall of the Claw. We have a ton of the Claw discs here. We got lucky enough, I don't know how. I was on the website late and I still got them, but we got all the silver 5-time set. We actually got the gold time set here, which I actually throw the Zeus, which is the reason it doesn't look complete up here. Some of my favorites are the 4-time Zone. This one in specific is one of my favorites. It's actually signed by Paul McBeth. Probably one of my best ones I have, at least to me. I don't know if value-wise that's correct, but I think it's close. We got a few of the 5-time stuff, Buzz, Zone, and then this Force, which I actually got for relatively cheap. It's very cool. The claws are kind of like rainbow. The stamp itself, though, is green, which is kind of gross. But overall, It's a clear disc and it has 5 times on it. One of my favorite Lunas ever. I think they just came out super sweet, and I love the crystal see-through plastic. This pink Luna here, I had to get my hands on. This is kind of hilarious because before I could really get any 4 time zones, I had this one made up for me, which is an ESP zone, 4 time claws on it, chase and chains at the bottom. This one saw a lot of use. It was a very good zone to me. I just had to hang it up because I think it's funny now that I have real 4 time claws. Moving on, a little bit more Disccraft. We have the 20-year anniversary Buzz. I actually never threw this. Maybe I should give it a whirl. We have the first of that Z Jawbreaker plastic. This is a Buzz signed by Paige Pierce. I met her at D-Glow and she got this signed for me, so thank you for that. This one is pretty cool, kind of an ugly color, but this is an Undertaker Brody Smith stamps Jawbreaker Z plastic as well. Threw this a few times, not a ton though, but that's pretty much my wall of Disccraft. I would like to get it all finished with claw discs. I think that'd be really cool. It's also a lot of money that I don't know if I really want to spend, because is it actually worth it? Probably not. And then of course, last but not least, some of the Halo plastic that I have. Halo was my favorite thing at the time. We have the Halo Wraiths. This one in particular is probably the coolest. We got kind of like a pinkish purple inner there with a black rim, and then the stamp is kind of shiny, which is cool. My other favorite one is this Captain Crush Shrike, signed by Ricky Wysocki. I met him in Texas when my brother went to AM Nationals. So that was very cool. Got to see him, got to meet him, and he signed this. And maybe another one that's important to note is the OG Sky Guide. Threw these a few times. I actually traded my buddy a disc for this a long time ago. I don't know if he regrets it or not. There you guys have it. That is pretty much Chase and Chain's collection. There's a few random discs that I didn't really get to. You guys probably don't even really want to see them though. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know if anything like this is actually entertaining or not, but I hope a few of you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you did. And yeah, guys, thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one.